What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Now, look, y'all. I know all the boxing fans worldwide are thirsty. Like y'all, like your mouth is salivating. You sit at the edge of your seat, anticipating the return of Iron Mike Tyson. Yes, I said it. Iron Mike Tyson is coming back to the ring in an 8-round exhibition match on September 12th against none other than the legendary, the great Roy Jones Jr. Now, look, I'm excited for this fight for several reasons. Really, the main reason is these two individuals are some of my favorite fighters to ever grace the sport. I remember watching Roy Jones Jr. in his prime and being in absolute awe. Like, Roy was something, like, if you didn't see Roy, go back and look at some of Roy's tape. Roy was absolutely phenomenal, and dudes could not touch him. Like, and I remember y'all must have forgot, for real. Roy was a different breed. I remember watching him and thinking, this dude is not from this planet. I mean, really, his gift was his athleticism, his reflexes. Like, dude, he was special. When I saw him dismantle James Toney like that, that's when I knew he was he was a different breed. And we all know who Mike Tyson is, man. Everybody, even if you don't watch boxing, you know that name and you know him for knockouts. You know him for a lot of vicious knockouts, man. Like, his power was something, there was something else, something different, especially at that age. He was what, the youngest heavyweight champion to ever grace the sport at 20 years old. He was 19, 20, knocking dudes out left and right, and dudes were intimidated by him. Dudes were in fear of him when they saw him, and he was a young dude, and he was intimidating grown 30-some-year-old men every time he got into the ring with them. Look, everybody is wondering, people were asking me, what do I think is going to happen in this fight? How do I think this fight is going to pan out? Good thing for both of them is both of them are old. Like, Mike got to be like 54 or something like that. Roy like 51. They both are older men. So age is not in the favor of either one of these fighters. Only thing that is the difference is Roy has been in the ring more recently than Mike Tyson. Roy, last time we saw Roy, I didn't see it, but Roy was in the ring in 2018 last. Mike Tyson was last in the ring in 2005, and it came from a stoppage when he fought Kevin McBride. And that wasn't the best Mike Tyson that we've ever seen. First, I want to say all boxing fans are going to win. Boxing is going to win from this. I think it's going to generate a lot of revenue, for real, because people are just that interested in watching this fight. But I will say this. I believe that Mike Tyson can really, really hurt Roy. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think Mike can really, really hurt Roy. I hope that none of these guys get hurt badly. I don't want to see nobody get their brains rattled or nothing like that. It'd be an exhibition match, a great showing, but I hope nobody gets injured where it's just like, oh my God, what the hell? Nothing like, when Zab Judah had that scare recently, nothing like that. But why do I think that the reason why I think Mike could hurt Roy is, even though Roy has been in the ring more recently, Roy has been hurt a lot as of lately. He's been hurt a lot. We've seen Roy get knocked out recently. Roy has been hurt quite a few times. Roy's been, let's be honest, Roy has stayed around a lot longer than he was supposed to stay around. He just, all he knew was fighting, all he knew was boxing, and he always wanted to challenge himself, always believing that he can do the unthinkable, and he got himself hurt. His reflexes have been gone for a very long time. And when Roy's reflexes started to dissipate, like, we saw the beginning of the end for Roy. And at this point, Mike ain't been in the ring since 05, but he ain't took no beating like as of lately that Roy Jones has taken. He ain't take them type of beatings. Now Lennox Lewis whooped Mike Tyson ass. He whooped that ass. Evander Holyfield whooped that ass. Buster Douglas knocked him out for real. But, like, I think towards the end of my career, dudes wasn't knocking him out for real. I think it was just more of Mike just quitting. Like I think he just was over it. He just didn't have that same warrior spirit in his heart anymore. He started to, that old warrior spirit started to wane. It started to go somewhere else. And he started to become this gentle giant and started to reform himself. And he wasn't hurt in them last couple of fights. So I think Mike is going to be fresher from that aspect. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell type of testosterone Mike Tyson has. And I'm not saying he own nothing. But it's incredible. His body at his age, what the hell? What the hell? I'm looking at Mike like, bruh, how the hell is this dude this ripped? And he's like 54 years old. He smoked weed a lot, but he just ripped like hell. I'm like, damn, like, this dude is a different type of animal, man. But I think, Mike, still got fast hands, still got pop on them punches, and I think that in them early rounds, he could really catch Roy with some stuff. and knock Roy out. Roy don't got no chin. That chin gone. He touched Roy with something vicious. I think Roy is going to tumble, and he's going to fall hard. Now, Roy's best bet is for the fight to go the distance. The fight to go to all 8 rounds, and Roy try to outpoint him. But I don't see Roy knocking Mike out. I don't see it. I'm not saying it's not possible. I think that Mike could really, really hurt Roy, for real. Catch Roy with some stuff, and Roy be on that ground, and it'd be bad. And I'm a huge Roy Jones fan. I love Roy Jones Jr., for real. But I just know recently Roy been getting stopped by dudes that couldn't even shine his shoes back in the day. He getting stopped by dudes that look like Walmart employees. That I don't even know if they can really fight in the United States. The dudes that he's been fighting, and some guys that he's lost to. But the dudes that he's been fighting, they ain't really been no extremely worthy opponents like that. So I don't know, man. I think Mike could really hurt Roy. Now, let's get to this talk about everybody saying that Mike could handle a lot of the heavyweight competition in today's game, and he can beat a lot of the heavyweights that's fighting today. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta cut that bullshit out. I'm sorry. I love Mike Tyson too. Mike is one of my favorite heavyweights. I got Evander Holyfield is my second favorite heavyweight of all time behind Ali. Evander Holyfield is I'm more of a Evander Holyfield fan than a Mike Tyson fan for other reasons. Just because Holyfield's just determination, his grit, his accomplishments are amazing. But anyway, man, I don't think Mike can hurt one of these dudes that's playing. I don't see him beating these dudes, young dudes fighting right now. Everybody looking at him doing the mid work and they getting amazed and they're like, oh my God, he looks great on the pads. Let me just say this, y'all. Pads don't hit back. Pads do not hit back. I know everybody is just like, oh my God, it looks great and he's got snap on the punches, but he ain't get hit upside his melon. I think if one of these young dudes hit Mike upside his melon, it could be very, very bad for Mike. I really do. I think guys can really hurt Mike. Especially these big ass, these are heavyweights, big as hell. Huge, man. These are big dudes. And I think if Mike get hit the wrong way against these younger guys who are younger, they're quicker. I think that they're more conditioned. Like, Mike is in great shape, no lie, but Mike smoked a lot of weed. So I don't know how good his conditioning could be to go for a 12-round fight. Mike's best bet would be to get one of these dudes out of there early. But if these dudes last for a long time, I don't know how long Mike can last with all that weed he be smoking. I don't know, y'all. I'm not the weed expert, but something tells me that smoking weed like that is not good for the lungs when you got to have all that endurance in a boxing match. It will be good. It'll be straight against Roy. They both old, but a younger dude, hell no, man. Them pads wasn't hitting Mike back. Mike get hit with a few of them punches, get hit and snapped upside his noggin. I think it's over with, quick, over with. And y'all can say y'all want to say. I think even y'all like Deontay Wilder sloppy. Yeah, he ain't the most technically sound, but Deontay hit Mike with something clean. Mike going down. Mike getting up out of there. Tyson Fury hit Mike with something clean. Mike getting up out of there. I'm just like he getting it. Dillian, I think Dillian White touched Mike with something vicious. He going down. But Roy, older Roy, I think Mike can hurt Roy severely. Bro, I think he can really hurt Roy bad, man. Just because, like I said, Roy reflex is not there no more, man, and he's a shell of himself. I'm sure Mike is a shell of who he once was for sure, but Roy been hurt bad. And I think after a while, that wear and tear, getting stopped like that, eventually catches up with you. And Mike got something to prove, man. I think that he really wants, that spirit is coming back in him. I'm watching the shit that he talking, the trash he talking. I'm like, I don't know, man. Mike getting that animal spirit back. A lot of people used to make Mike feel bad about talking trash and talking like an animal. Oh my God, he's a brute, and why he has to talk so mean? Why isn't he more humble and all this and all that? Like, look, somebody who said this quote? Was it Mike or somebody who said fighters aren't born to be humble? They are supposed to be humbled. They're not born to be humbled. Dude, like, man, you going in combat against another dude, mano y mano. I'm trying to knock this dude head off my shoulders because he's trying to knock mine off my shoulders. Ain't no coming in there, oh my God, I'm so gracious to fight him. He's such a great opportunity. I'm so, like, nah, bro. This is war. This is combat. So these dudes gonna talk trash, gonna talk mess. Mike getting that spirit back. People used to make him feel bad about how crazy. Now, he used to be going overboard with stuff. Mike was doing drugs and stuff. So he was getting out of line with some stuff. But I mean, like, it wasn't like him being having that intimidating factor. That's a part of the sport. That's a part of the sport. It's a part of boxing. And I think some of that spirit is reviving in him, and he's getting that urge back and that itch back to prove to people that he can still go there when necessary. And I think that will bode well for him in this fight, man. I'm excited, y'all. Boxing is going to win, and just overall, people are going to pay for this fight. People are going to run to see it, and I'm excited to watch it, man. But I think my boy Roy Jones Jr. is in some trouble against Mike Tyson. Roy's best bet is for it to be a long fight, for the fight to go the distance, and he can outpoint Mike